Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Brandon's Guns. I I am Hawk 1911, and in today's video, I am going to be going over all of my BB guns that I have. Now, the first one I am going to show you that I'm going to be going over is this one right here. This one is the Airmaster. Okay. Now the Airmaster was the very first BB gun that I have ever got. This is the first one that I've ever owned. Now I got this when I was about 11 years old, I think. Whatever. Anyway, now I'm going to be going over some of the features that it has. Okay. Now the first feature is that it takes BBs. Well, actually, it can shoot BBs and pellets. Okay. Now I'm not sure if you guys can see, but no, I'm not sure if you guys can see. Get closer. Now you guys see. Now you guys see this. You guys see this thing right here? That is what you pull to load in the BB gun. Okay, you see that? You pull that back. Hang on. You pull that back. Okay, you see that? That is where the BB gets loaded into. Oh, actually, there's a BB in now. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. I'm trying to get this BB out. Don't want to accidentally. But yeah, guys, if you accidentally load a BB into the chamber, it is very important to try to get that BB out. Because if you don't, and you pull that trigger, it's gonna jam. And yes, BB guns can jam. That's only if you load the BB into the chamber by accident. And I can tell this is gonna be a pain in the butt because now I can't seem to get the freaking BB out. But anyway, so that's the one feature. So that's the one feature that it has is that it can shoot BBs and pellets. Okay, and another feature is that if you want to put BBs into the BB holder, all you do is that you push this thing right here, okay? Now in the stock is where all the BBs go. And you see there's a little, and you see if you look right here, there's a little hole right there. You see that? That's where you load the BBs in. And if you want to shoot it, all you gotta do is make sure, okay, that this spring right here is put all the way back. Okay, you see this? You gotta make sure that's put all the way back, and then you gotta shake it because the BBs are gonna come out, are gonna fall out of the stock and into this thing right here. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, and another feature that this thing has, that this BB gun has, is that it's a pump action. You see that? It's a pump action. You gotta pump it. You gotta pump it 10 times. Okay. Okay. Now there's that one, and now the other one. The next one that I'm gonna go over is this one right here. This is a Resident Evil replica. Okay. Okay, you see that? And this is a CO2 pistol. Okay, as you can see right there, you see that? Okay, now. But It does not slide, okay? It doesn't slide. And here is the cartridge that the BB's go into. Now this. Sorry guys, I don't really. I don't know what the difference is between an automatic or a semi-automatic. I'm pretty sure this would be a semi-automatic, just because there's no slide. Although it could be an automatic, but anyway. So this one has no slide. But anyway, so there's that one. The next one is my Colt Python 44 Magnum. Now this one is also a CO2 pistol. Now again, in this video, I'm just going over what they all do. Now you see? Oh, and this one also comes off. You see that? Yep, they all come off. They both come off. Now they're both going to go back on. And now, just so you know, this one also takes both BBs and pellets. And it's a break barrel. Now you see, now this one right here is for the pellets, okay? Now right now the safety is on, but you can still pull the trigger. Okay, right now the safety is off. But again, anyway. Now you pull the hammer back, okay? Now you see, now you probably can't see it, but you see it now? Now if I push the safety back on, there's a little thing in there that when you pull the trigger, that stops it from going off, okay? Now that's the only feature that one has. And now the next one is this. Now this one is a .22 pellet rifle. And when I say .22 pellet rifle, the pellets that it takes, but actually I should say that it fires, are literally about the size of a .22 bullet. Okay. Now you see. Now this one did come with a scope, but the first one I showed you. Now this one that has the scope on it. Now this scope right here, this scope right here. That's the scope that originally came with this one. But I just decided to put it on this one instead. Now this one is shot in, okay? Anyway, now I'm going to show you something, okay? Now this one is also also a big barrel, but I'm not gonna not gonna pull it down all the way though, because I want to stay safe. And also, it is very illegal. Hang on. Actually, I can't put it anyway. It's actually very illegal. It's actually very illegal to have any guns loaded in your house. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a BB gun, whatnot. It isn't. You should never have a gun, not even a BB gun, loaded in your house, because again, that's illegal. Anyway. So there's that one. Oh, but one thing I would like to mention about this is that the safety is right here. Okay, you see that? Now you see that red in there? That red right there, that means that the safety is off, okay? And it's ready to fire. But there is no pellets in it. So that's a good thing. Now the safety is on. Okay, you see that? I can't pull the trigger. But if I push that in, okay, okay, so right now the safety is on. Now it's on. Now it's not on. It's off. Now I can pull the trigger. And I can do that. Okay, now I can't pull the trigger. Now there's that one. And now this one. This one right here. This one's my favorite. And yes, this one is also a CO2 pistol. And it does have a pullback, okay? And it does have some nice blowback, okay? But you can also pull back the hammer, okay? And this piece comes off as well. I'll show you that way quick. See, this actually comes out. You see, this actually comes out. You see, this actually comes out. This actually comes out. You see how that actually comes off? But I'm actually going to put this back on. Because I don't want to lose it. Anyway. So that is about the only feature that this has. But anyway. Now the last one. Now this is the SR357 Magnum. Does this not look cool or what? And it is also a CO2 pistol. And it loads just like the real thing. And the BB things are super cool. Look at that. Look at that. That is the BB cartridge. You see that? That is what the BB goes in. Okay? But now I'm going to show you where the safeties are, okay? You see this thing right here? This thing? That's the safety. Hang on. That's the safety. Okay, now the safety is off. And then if you push it down, it's on. But the one thing you never do, okay? And this is actually this is actually a mistake that I've done that I shouldn't have. And that is you point it at the camera. Okay? You see? You never ever point it at the camera, okay? Because if you do, okay, if I were to take this gun and I point it at the camera like that counts as a sweat. Now I'm sure some of you have made that mistake. Even I made that mistake. But anyway, the number one thing, and I mean the number one thing that you do not do is point the barrel at the camera, okay? Because some people can actually take that as a threat. Okay? Anyway. But some people do and some people don't. Even though it's not a threat, but there are some people out there that do take that as a threat if you point it at the camera. Now, if you actually point it at the camera and say, I will, kill you, then that is definitely a threat. But anyway, you never ever point it at the camera because it does count as you're pointing it at someone, okay? So please, don't do that. Anyway, I'm Hawk1911. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Video. Thank you. So love you. God bless you, and hope to see you again soon.